which is going to allow your body to signal to produce more testosterone naturally.
Homie, what the f are you doing? You're getting on Clomid at how old are you? Was your luteinizing hormone not at the high end of the reference range? Like what the f would you need Clomid for? What's up guys, Derek, moreplates.com. Today we're going to be reacting to Alex Eubank, my testosterone levels exposed, am I staying natural, amino/B12 injections, arm workout. So obviously the testosterone part and whatever blood work is in this is what we're going to be going over. And a bunch of people sent this to me, and expectedly, top comment, more plates, more dates, has entered the chat. He says, facts. Yeah. All right. So anyways, apparently he went from 461 to 655 nanograms per deciliter, which is, I guess we'll see what that even means, you know, what the point of all this is.
We just remodeled all this stuff, so.
Yeah.
Got you.
So back here is cool. How much saying leaving those or?
I don't know.
Oh, that's cool as shit, yeah. I like that.
It's pretty cool, you know?
So this is for like the IV therapy stuff?
IV suite.
These are heated massage chairs.
That's super dope. I would have never thought this place had all this stuff. Yeah. Okay.
So this is how much.
Okay, I'm fast forwarding a bit.
Low carnitine.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard about like injectable carnitine because like, it's not good if you drink it because your body can't bioavailability of it is different.
Yep. The vasodilation of this and prevent the recovery, breakdown of lactic acid. So you get the vasodilation for the workout where you can just, you feel like you can go on forever.
Yeah.
And then the recovery with the breakdown of lactic acid is great.
Got you.
So he's gonna line. You're doing 1 cc of amino line, okay? And then doing 2 of B12. Now I'm gonna go clear line. Clear first. Okay.
All right, she's getting some, wow, she's about to hit him in the quad of all the spots to choose. Great, great decision, fuck. So anyways, let's see what the blood work stuff is.
Take all this off.
Exactly, your stomach acid's not breaking it down.
Yeah. All right, y'all, so I'm leaving the clinic right now. So basically, I got my blood taken at a...
Dude, what'd they say about oral L-carnitine?
Yeah, I like the injectable because it's like way more, your body can take it up.
Exactly.
If you take all this off.
Exactly, your stomach acid's not breaking it down.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, so, you know, presumably she says something about how carnitine does not have great bioavailability. I think most people know that by now, so anyways.
All right, y'all, so I'm leaving the clinic right now. So basically, I got my blood taken at a TRT clinic and then check for my test levels. I'll go over all my levels and shit with you guys in a little bit. But so they found out I was an influencer, so I'm gonna be probably working with Life Med Institute pretty closely. I got to talk to Kevin Levroni on the phone, which was absolutely fucking amazing. Like, how cool is that? So they're gonna plan for me to meet him. So that's a new connect, but that was absolutely lit. Awesome people. Highly recommend checking this place out, Life Med Institute in Timonium, Maryland, and they're hoping to expand soon. But yeah, so I just got what you saw get me injected. I got injected with B12 and aminos. So basically, when you take something straight up, it's harder for your body to directly use it. So if you have it injected, it's a lot more potent, and you don't get digested, so it goes right into your bloodstream to get the benefits right away. So they are sending me out that and some other stuff I'm gonna explain later on this video. All right, so I'm gonna make this into a two-part video technically. If you want to see how I increased my natural testosterone by 200 nanograms per deciliter, that is gonna be the next video. Make sure you're subbed and turn that bell notification on so you stay tuned for that. I'll probably post it two or 3 days.
And what? So that's not even this fucking video?
But yeah, so I'm kind of gonna go over real quick my my blood work just to kind of show you guys. Like, I don't know what half this shit means. The guy who was explaining it to me was way smarter than I am. Basically, my lipid, like they have like some racers, so it's probably reversed. Probably can't read this, but my lipid panel was great. My my HDL was 41, triglycerides 64, LDL 64. All that stuff was pretty good. And then
This would be great if we could see it on the screen, because I have no idea what units he is using right now. Because if I saw 41 HDL, I'd be like, by LabCorp standards, I'd be like, bruh.
we go to, all right, all right, so now the metabolic panel, my glucose was 89. I don't know what HbA1c 5.2. Estimated average glucose 103. My B12 was 956. My vitamin D was 31.6. He did recommend I take more vitamin D supplements. I did have a deficiency, so I'm gonna go even more, increase my vitamin D. Omega check was 3.9. He said I should keep taking more fish oils. So yes, and that's like the other panel, all that stuff. But like the really interesting stuff that you guys like really want to know is the hormone profile. So basically, DHEAS was 457. The reference range is 211 to 492, so I'm on the upper end of that. My estrogen was 38. The range is 27 to 52, so I'm in like the middle. Luteinizing hormone 8.2. The range is 1.7 to 8.6. Again, I'm on the higher end of that. Now we get to testosterone. My regular testosterone is 655 nanograms per deciliter. The normal range is like anywhere from 250 to like 900. So it's like a wide range. So the thing is, when I was on my last cut at the end of August, I was at 461 nanograms per deciliter. I've increased my test by about 200 nanograms per deciliter in that time frame. So that's absolutely insane.
So your test went up 200 after you finished cutting. So presumably increasing your macro and micronutrient intake is what did it, I would think. Even just the time of getting the test, like did you get them at the same time as the last one? Even if you got it like a few hours later, it could have a dramatic difference on the result you get.
My free test was 15.46. My percentage of free test was 2.4. Bioavailable test 403. Sex hormone binding globulin 25.1. My thyroid stimulating hormone was 1.69. Again, like I don't know what happened.
That's a interesting, I guess the SHBG isn't low, but I mean, I was just kind of interested. His fasting glucose wasn't, you know, perfect. I actually don't even know if it was fasted now that I'm thinking about it. His SHBG is a little bit on the lowish side. So it could just be, you know, diet, lifestyle, certain things going on, but it's ultimately none of this stuff is really off, you know? Like this is all like decent, you know, natural stuff. Natural production, everything seems to be, I would look at the HDL though, like what unit of measurement was that? Because if I saw a 41, I would be like, I'd almost be looking at like insulin resistance metrics a little bit closer. You know, you have the high fasting, it's not high clinically, but like not an ideal fasting glucose. The SHBG is a little low, and then it's not that problematic in the 20s, but it's, you know, I don't know, I might just like look a bit closer because it ties in with the HDL being on the lower end too, with all of the, like I would actually get a fasting insulin check done and get a little bit more in-depth look at dietary practices, because some of this stuff could intertwine and be, you know, like a minor, you know, development towards insulin resistance here.
Half this shit means, but you probably guys would be interested. And one thing I was concerned with was I think my blood cell count was too high. I think my like blood cell, it was too thick. My blood was thick. So my red blood cell count was 5.09. My hemoglobin 15.6. Hematocrit 46. So I mean it's like higher end, but it could be better. So basically he had this like picture. He was explaining great.
So another thing is even your hematology panel can be significantly fucked with if you don't go in hydrated. So that is something to keep note of, because some people will wake up fasted, go get bloods done, and not realize that they should have had water. And then they show up and have fucked up metabolic parameters with their kidneys. They have a fucked up hematology panel and things look like they're off, when otherwise you may just be dehydrated out of bed and gone to get your blood test and not hydrated correctly.
Guy, like I highly recommend checking out that institute. Really informational. They gave me a shot. They gave me a vitamin B12 shot. They gave me this pre-workout. It's like a pre-workout shot. They're giving me I'm gonna start injecting myself before I lift. It's got like aminos in it. Like I'll explain it in the next video, but yeah. But basically how he was explaining this, I hope I can do this, is we got like the pituitary hormone, the little gland in your head, which like signals to your testicles. It sends out luteinizing hormone, FSH, whatever the hell, tell your testicles to start producing more testosterone, right? And then when your testosterone converts to estrogen, that goes back to the gland. So basically what I'm thinking about getting on is Clomid. So what Clomid is, it's popular PCT for a lot of people. It's not hormonal. What it does, it's gonna block that effect of estrogen going back to the brain. So it's like your brain doesn't see that estrogen coming back. So therefore it's gonna produce more luteinizing hormone. So basically what it's doing is blocking a hormone that's to your pituitary gland, which is going to allow your body to signal to produce more testosterone naturally.
Homie, what the fuck are you doing? You're getting on Clomid at, how old are you? Was your luteinizing hormone not at the high end of the reference range? Like what the fuck would you need Clomid for? Is this what they're suggesting?
If you see what I'm saying, that's kind of what Clomid does. So like when you're on a cycle and you're trying to come off cycle, you want your testicles to start working again, they'll give you Clomid so that your brain tells your boys to start producing sperm again. So that's kind of what Clomid's gonna do and what it would do for me. So I don't know yet for 100% if I'm hopping on it or not, but I do have the ability to. So
dude, this is fucking stupid.
I'm thinking about doing that because it could bump up my testosterone more. It could bump my test up to the higher end of the average range. So
dude, blocking estrogen receptors in order to trick your hypothalamus into producing more GnRH to then produce more LH and FSH downstream through the pituitary when your LH is already at the high end of the reference range because your total T is like, you know, in the 600s. Look at your fucking diet, dude. What the fuck are you doing using Clomid? This is not what you need.
Thinking about doing that just because I'm gonna be lifting a lot, I'm gonna get into boxing and cardio, working out twice a day, so I might need the extra boost so that I don't kill my body. But yeah, so that's real quick, kind of what my blood profile, my blood panel was. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna explain kind of what happened this past week. So basically a little over a week ago, I was doing I think, was it the legs? And I was doing RDLs, like with a warm-up weight, and
Okay, let's go to 1024 here. By the way, speaking about estrogen receptors, this is something I'm going to bring up now because I got tagged in it by quite a few people. This guy made a nice little TikTok video about testosterone, which I found interesting considering he has no idea what the fuck it is. And he's about to use Clomid for his test levels. So here we are on this TikTok video, natural anabolic question mark.
I'm assuming you're talking about like that testosterone shit. Bro, that stuff is bullshit. All it is just a money grab for you to, you know, buy into some dumb shit, especially for teenagers when you're like 17. You see, natural anabolic can still keep my natty status, but it's anabolic. I'm gonna go buy that. It's stupid, bro. It's not. There's no such thing as a natural anabolic. Like, if you want to like actually get like that, you have to go on actual gear and stuff like that. If you want to be natural and have gains, like if you'll be fine with your regular BCAAs, protein powder, and shit like that.
All right, so the comment section, Derek not gonna like this. And he said, this guy says, how are you going to put down Turk then promote BCAAs? Let's see what he says to that. He didn't promote them. What would you call it? He said you would be okay using them, which is true. BCAAs actually work though. They aren't necessary if you have enough protein in your diet. What he's talking about is an actual scam. EAAs do, BCAAs don't. Testosterone isn't a scam, and there are studies to prove this. This dude's promoting flavored water and says testosterone doesn't work. Laugh my ass off. And Alex thinks BCAAs work. Why is it a BS again? All you said was it was a money grab with no real evidence. Not too late. Delete before you get burned by the meathead chemist. If you're buying that bullshit, quit bullshit and go straight to testosterone. Man up, live once, dead forever. Sick advice, Louis V. Money grab, but then you go ahead and promote BCAAs. Okay, makes sense. I don't think you've read into the mechanism of action in which testosterone works. So I think it's kind of funny. More plates, more days is crying right now. Yeah, bro. And then just a lot of tags of me and Lex. So this guy, he basically says in his video, I'll play it again for you guys. I'll play it again for you guys.
I'm assuming you're talking about like that testosterone shit. Bro, that stuff is bullshit. All it is just a money grab for you to, you know, buy into some dumb shit, especially for teenagers when you're like 17. You see, natural anabolic can still keep my natty status, but it's anabolic. I'm gonna go buy that. It's stupid, bro. It's not. There's no such thing as a natural anabolic. Like, if you want to like actually get like that, you have to go on actual gear and stuff like that. If you want to be natural and have gains, like if you'll be fine with your regular BCAAs, protein powder, and shit like that.
So I find it interesting how this guy is shitting on something that modulates the estrogen receptor, which is literally the pathway he's going to be using Clomid to modulate. And this guy is trying to talk about, with absolutely no understanding of the mechanism of action, what it does, why it would or wouldn't work. Like, he can't even explain why it wouldn't work. And he's just, his only explanation is, yo, that's bullshit, bro. It's a thing for teens to take. It's fucking bullshit. Do you know the reason I came up with this? It was for people with hair loss. And by extension, you can use it if you are a woman and don't want to encounter viralizing side effects and have to resort to androgens, and it can help you lower your burden of anabolic assistance that you otherwise need to achieve a certain performance enhancing advantage. And it was mainly something that I thought was good because you could leverage it for actual progress, all but, you know, not close, obviously, to an actual anabolic and androgenic steroid, but you can get a fraction of the anabolic activity with zero androgenicity whatsoever, with no liver toxicity, no HPTA suppression, no fucking hair loss. All that shit is stuff that I value. That is something that I thought was a valuable thing to bring to the market because that is what I want, and I figured a lot of people following my shit would also agree. And they did. And by extension, finding out that it was not HPTA suppressive obviously brings the interest of a lot of guys who want to stay natty. That's not my fucking fault. I didn't even know when I was first getting into it for certain that it would not have any impact on negative feedback to the HPTA. Like, after all, it is occupying the estrogen receptor, which is the same receptor that you are modulating with your Clomid in order to prevent negative feedback, in order to increase your pituitary output of gonadotropins. So anyways, before you talk shit about something, like, understand how it works. I have over 100 reviews at this point saying it works. It's good enough that it's actually something that's worth implementing if you care about hair, androgenic side effects, you don't want any liver toxicity, kidney stress, etc. Has no impact on certain organ systems that otherwise get stressed out, on other anabolic agents that you would otherwise have to use a higher dose of in the absence of this potentially. And in addition to that, a lot of anabolics don't actually agonize estrogen receptor beta significantly. You're just relying on your endogenous estradiol to do that. So if this is a more efficacious agent at agonizing that estrogen receptor, then why not fucking use it? You know, that's like saying, oh, you shouldn't use GH because it's not a fucking androgen receptor agonist. It's like, why would you use anything? Why would you use, even for women, clenbuterol, something that is actually useful for building muscle, but is not an anabolic steroid, so it must not work. It must be bullshit. Yo, that's bullshit, bro. It's for fucking teens who don't want to take the real shit. Like, homie, you're about to take Clomid for your fucking test at 20 or 21 years old. So, like, chill out before explaining why something does or doesn't work. And if you want, I'll fucking send you a few bottles to try yourself, if you want, on when we get more in. And you can find out for yourself if it actually fucking sucks and does nothing. So, let me know. Take me up on that when we get more in. It's an expensive product, too. It's very fucking expensive to make. So, you know, if you want it, you know, it's up for the fucking grabs for you.
All right, so I got a little venti iced black tea thing, whatever. I've been trying to chill on the coffee because, like, when I want to have pre-workout and I have the coffee already in me, like, the caffeine is just too OD. So this doesn't have as much caffeine, but I still need to be hydrated because, like, my blood is thick. So, like, the doctor's telling me I get to drink, like, hella water now. So, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna get you guys tips to, like, my favorite pre-workout meal. I just made it already. Protein powder, I use a vanilla peanut.
Holy fuck.
You guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys staying safe. Remember, I'm flying out to the Soul House. I've been having some heart scares and, like, the way my blood pressure, my blood cells are. I want to get healthier, so I'm going to start running and swimming and stuff like that. So I'm going to start doing that every morning now. I'll start off at half a mile, work my way up to a mile, then like a mile and a half, then 2, and so on. But yes, if you want to watch the next video, how I explain naturally how you can increase your testosterone. I've got a lot of experience with it. Then stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, turn that bell notification.
Dude, you have experience with it and you're about to use Clomid. Like, how could you possibly give me any useful advice if you think using a SERM as a natural is a good idea at like 20 years old or some shit in order to, like, optimize your T levels? Like, I'm sorry to be this harsh, but fuck, dude. Where's the test thing? It wasn't in this video because I watched it before this one and it's not fucking in there. And I don't see it in these two either. So, I don't know. I don't know where it is. Let me go through here and see if it's in here.
That guy's on SARMs, dude. That guy's hard work, baby. Hard work every day.
Jeez, that's like the first fucking intro.
That's that shit that had me crying. You're like, Steve put my name on the shirt, make $100,000, spent to all online gambling.
Yeah, so no salt dogs.
Oh, yeah, but like the two people who own that, the two Asian people are fire, bro. They're the best at making that.
Actually, a little personal link roller. Could have helped me out a little more.
That was it.
What?
Fire. The camel was kind of trash. We had alligator. You could get it back. I got busy, man. Listen, I blame the California court system for fucking me over. Taking all my mental energy. They made me go to court and shit. It's bullshit.
I'm gonna do outro. All right, so I didn't box it all. I wasn't built for it.
Okay, so I don't see the video about increasing your test levels, so presumably that's the only video where we're talking about it here. So I would say if you were cutting and then your test levels are better, well, first of all, I would find out, you know, what time of day were the two tests taken. Were they at drastically different times or even slightly different times? Because taking your blood in the morning versus the afternoon in itself would explain the difference probably. But then, you know, calorie deficit, obviously a no fucking brainer. It was some of your metabolic parameters and your hematology and whatnot. Like, I'd be looking at diet and lifestyle, dude. I would not be looking at adding in, you're going to literally occupy estrogen receptors that otherwise need to be freed up in order to have agonism to actually make shit work. Like, there's a reason why SERMs can cause major, ocular issues and blindness in certain people. This is not something to get on as a makeshift way of like a natural test booster. This is a fucking serious drug that most people feel like dog shit on Clomid, dude. Like, this is not something you want to be using just to bring your T from like 655 up to like 900 total and have like what degree of difference on your free just for a negligible change in an arbitrary number on a piece of paper. Like, this is going to do more harm than good in my opinion, and is certainly nothing to be encouraging, like, this is my way of increasing T, and like making it seem like this is a thing that you should be doing. And there should be no clinic giving a guy with a fucking top end LH level Clomid without looking at his diet and shit. Like, this is fucking insane, dude, in my opinion. And one thing to note is, in his defense, it seems like it's the clinic that he's going to here that is suggesting this, Clomid monotherapy intervention to boost his total T. Like, he was probably like, what can I do to improve my testosterone levels? And they probably said, well, you don't need TRT, so try Clomid, That I can't imagine this guy would have come up with this conclusion on his own and thought, like, I'm going to go here and try and get prescribed Clomid for my 655 nanogram per deciliter total T levels. Like, that seems kind of far-fetched. So, this just goes back to getting good information, dude, doing your own research so you know when you are, hearing a load of shit or not. Because this is, like, does it make any justifiable sense to put a 20-year-old with peaked gonadotropins, like top of the reference range, on Clomid? So anyways, that is my stance. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Any comments are much appreciated. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplates.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplates_more_dates. Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. My TRT clinic, it's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home. We have patient care coordinators and doctors I've vetted personally who will not put you on fucking Clomid at 20 years old, dude. If you have a topped out gonadotropin production, like, what the fuck is going on? And anything else I'm associated with, it's all in the video description below. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.